What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Big Boy Fat Shot TV, and tonight I'll go my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect to me the right way. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video. I'll go live every Sunday on YouTube, on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord, and Threads down below in the description. Now, let's get started. Now, AEW Dynamite, good show. That's all I gotta say. Now, AEW Dynamite was live at Boston, Massachusetts Garden Arena. Okay, let's get to the point. It says, this is Jerome Willen partly filling in for Alice Khan tonight. Alice is expected to take over tonight's recap sometime tonight. After the Dynamite intro starts, we go live to TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts for Blood and Guts. Okay. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Taz is commentary. Tony announced that the show is sold out and the fans are jam packed in TD Garden. Jack Jack Perry Jungle Boy music hits and plays for a bit before the lights go out. A video is showing. A video is showing on the big screen with Jack out in the desert digging a hole. A limo pulls up and he opens the door and gets in as the limo drives away. The music now hits with Jack Jungle Boy as he walks out to boos from the crowd. He introduced as just Jack Perry without the jungle monkener. Okay, Jack walked at ringside and is young at a young fan as Hook's music hits. Hook makes his way down to the ring to a fairly good ovation from the sold out crowd. Hook walks around the ring before getting into the ring. Jack attempts to go after Hook. Hook go after Hook as his back is turned. The ref stops him. So we get an FTW Championship match. Hook defends against Jack Perry, and this match right here, now I ain't gonna lie, this match was pretty good. That's all I gotta say. This was a pretty good match. The bell rings and Jack charges Hook, but he counters with body shots. But Jack goes to the outside and then kicks Hook and tosses him over the barricade as the action spills out to the fans. Excuse me. Hook clotheslines Jack over the barricade and then leaps on the barricade and nails Jack. The action is back in the ring as Hook whips Jack in the corner. He pokes Hook in the eye and then kicks him in the side of the head and covers Hook for only a 2 count. The fans begin to chant at Jack, "You still suck," as he taunts the fans after elbowing Hook in the back of the neck. Excuse me. Jack has Hook in the corner and sends him out to the floor as we go to picture in picture. Um, Back from picture in picture, Jack nails Hook with forearms in the head on the floor. Hook fights back, but it's still too much for Jack, who chops him in the chest as the as the actions well sorry as the action is still on the outside. Jack rolls Hook back in the ring and covers him as Hook kicks out at 2. As Hook gets up, Jack elbows him in the face. Jack puts Hook in a headlock as he is up, but then Jack tosses him down on the mat. Jack is working on the neck of Hook using a boot in the middle of the ropes. Jack taunts the fans as Hook then fights back with blows to Jack's midsection, but Jack counters and tosses him into the turnbuckle. Excuse me. Back from picture in picture, Jack is attempting a German suplex on Hook on the floor. Hook counters with a huge T-bone as he drops Jack to the floor. Both men are down. On the outside, the referee begins the 10 count. Excuse me. Hook is up and rolls back in the ring as Jack is still showing on the outside. Hook is back on the outside and toss Jack back in the ring. But he's rolled out again. Hook goes after Jack, but tosses him into the ring. Pose followed by a huge DT on the floor. Jack rolls back in the ring as the ref begins to 10 count. Jack taunts the fans, and the fans has Hook makes it back in and beats the 10 count as he is back in at 9. Jack kicks Hook in the head and then German suplexes Hook, but he's back up on his feet. Hook then hits Jack with a German suplex and covers him for only a 2 count. Hook German suplexes Jack again for another 2 count. As the referee back was turned, Jack nails Hook with a low blow and then elbow Hook and covers him for a near fall. Jack grabs the FTW belt and we have a ref bump. Hook suplexes Jack as he covers Jack, but the ref is not there to make the count. Hook is trying to wake up the official. Hook goes back after Hook, but Jack cracks Hook in the head with the title. Jack covers Hook, and the referee counts to 3, and we have a new FTW champion. The winner and your new FTW champion, Jack Perry. This was a pretty good match to kick off the show. It says Alex Marvez is in Eden establishment showing Don Callis and Chris Jericho having dinner as the cameras gets covered by Don Callis. Okay, let me take a sip of my water. We go to a vintage with Adam Cole and MJF in a parking lot as Adam Cole wants MJF to go to a Chinese restaurant. The the food comes and MJF says he wants to eat with spoons. Adam Cole says the food is hot but very good. MJF is sweating, drinks are brought out, and both say something is off with the water. MJF says the water tastes funny. They ask the waiting about the water, and he says it's 100% alcohol. Adam Cole and MJF are clearing drunk, and Adam Cole says MJF face his fears, and the only left to do is a double clothesline as they go after the waiter. So we go to commercial break. We got to the back of the arena with an early today as the limo pulls up with Don Callis and Chris Jericho as they call Alex Marvez a fat idiot. Britt Baker DMD is introduced a big ovation. Already in the ring is Kayla Spark. So we get Britt Baker versus Kayla Spark. This was a squash match. The bell rings, we are underway. Britt Baker hits Kayla Sparks with a sling blade. Britt Baker is ready for the lockjaw, but Kayla Sparks counters it. But Dr. Britt Baker drops Kayla Sparks with a double underhook. Britt Baker locks in the lockjaw, and Kayla Sparks taps out to a quick match. The winner of the match, Dr. Britt Baker DMD. This was a squash match. Okay, Renee Paquette is backstage with MJF and Adam Cole, interviewing them about the finals of the Blind Eliminator. Adam Cole says there is no better team. MJF says Plan A is to hit a double clothesline and win it. MJF then shows matching trunks, and then Adam Cole shows he got them matching jackets, and Adam Cole says he has one more surprise, but we'll have to wait. Roger Strong comes in. Renee asks him what is going on with his tag team, but Roger Strong says he doesn't know and has a concerned look on his face. Okay, excuse me. So we get a Blind Eliminator Tag Team Match Tournament. Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament Finals. MJF and Adam Cole versus Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. And this tag team match, this was fun. This was a fun tag team match. So okay. Um it says after Sammy it says after Sammy and Daniel can come out, Chris Jericho music hits, and he comes out and shouts for his music to be cut off as the fans still sings his song. MJF's music hits to a mixed reaction. Adam Cole comes out next he as as he hugs MJF. Both are in their matching offense. MJF is high fiving the fans at ringside. Chris Jericho is commentary for this match. The fans are going nuts for Adam Cole and MJF. Now I like how their entrance, Adam Cole and MJF. I like their entrance. That was so cool to see that. Okay. MJF and Daniel starts things off as the ref calls for the bell. Both MJF and Daniel have hip dance offs. MJF asks the fans if they want to see a dance off as the fans begin to chant dance off. MJF goes to the floor as music begins. We have a dance off with Sammy and Danielle. This stuff is really funny, which it was funny. Chris Jericho is gloating on commentary. MJF comes in next as Adam Cole is looking puzzled. MJF calls for Adam Cole as the fans go crazy. Adam Cole is saying he is doing the pelvic thirst. Uh, pelvic thirst. The music stops and Daniel and Sammy blindside Adam Cole and MJF as the bell rings. Okay. MJF thumbs Daniel in the eye as they ping pong him back and forth. They call or the double team clothesline as Sammy Guerrero pulls out Daniel Garcia. Both Sammy and Daniel Garcia go to the floor. MJF is running the ropes and then stops as Daniel Garcia comes around and drops Adam Cole on the apron. We go to picture in picture. Okay, let me take another sip of my water. Back from picture in picture. Hot tag to Alice for a recap here as Sammy Guerrero and Daniel Garcia are in control inside the ring, working over the world champ with contents tags as the crowd let them know how they feel about it. Sammy continues to lay into MJF before he heads to the top rope as we come back. MJF crawls towards his corner, leading to a stump leading to a stompage on Sammy's part as he pulls the champ away from Adam Cole, only to get knocked down for his efforts before MJF ends up colliding with Sammy Guerrero's. Sammy managed to recover to make a tag to Daniel Garcia, and they tease a double clothesline on MJF until the champ makes the tag to Adam Cole. Adam Cole unleashed a fury of offense on Daniel Garcia before heading to the corner, only to be intercepted by Garcia, who does his little dance. But this gives Adam Cole an opening to take Garcia down. Adam Cole's looking for the boom, but it gets blocked by Sammy Guerrero after a tag is made. MJF and Adam Cole talk about the double clothesline as MJF tags in, but Sammy Guerrero evades and hit them with a double Spanish fly. Sammy Guerrero is in control of MJF, not realizing that Adam Cole made a blind tag as he rolls up the champ, but Adam Cole breaks it up with ease. Adam Cole and MJF look for the double clothesline, but they taken out by Daniel Garcia, who gets tagged in after he goes on Adam Cole with a Dragon Tamer before Adam Cole gets to the ropes. Adam Cole ends up sending Daniel Garcia out of the ring before taking to MJF, telling him to go for a dive. MJF hits the ropes but feels too nervous to go through with it until the crowd and Adam Cole was champ into the hitting a top takedown. Garcia and Guerrero in the process. MJF brings Garcia back in the ring for Adam Cole to hit a Panama Sunrise, and the new best friends call for the double clothesline. MJF tags in, and they hit a double clothesline, With that, MJF makes a cover and the pin in the win. Um, the winner of the match, the winner of the match, and blind eliminator tournament winners MJF and Adam Cole. This was a fun tag team match. Okay, Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara leave the ring as Adam Cole and MJF celebrates. As the Jericho Appreciation Society walk right past, Chris Jericho on their way to the back in the ring. Adam Cole gets the world championship and looks at it, which angers MJF greatly. Excuse me, leading to a back and forth before they finally hug it out. They get to the corner to celebrate when MTR's music hits. Silently, the arrival of the AEW World Tag Team Champions as they hit the stage to get a good look at their next contenders. This leads to the champ heading to the ring for a stare down and some smack talk with the new challengers as the new matchup theme hits. This doesn't quite sit well with Dax as we hear him audibly telling Tony Khan, next time hit our music. We're the we're the we're the champs. As a graphic reminds us, the upcoming tag team tag title match will be on AEW Collision on July 29th. Commercial break. Excuse me. A video package Willow Nightingale and Ricky starts with the Oil Heart Foundation tournament this past Saturday on AEW Collision. Now that right there should have been CM Punk winning that match against Ricky Starks. That's all I gotta say. That should have been CM Punk winning that. Okay, let me continue. Backstage, we are with Renee, the best friends, Darby Allin, Nick, Wayne. Um, as Renee asks questions regarding what to come tonight, Darby asks Orange about giving his friend AR Fox a shot at the AEW International Champion, and Orange Cassidy says, "Sure." With the match official, best friends brings it in as Darby and Nick walks off. Okay, we got a run. I'm sorry, we get a rundown of the coming week on Rampage and Collision before going to ringside, where we get one more glimpse of the brutal blood and guts structure. Video package: the issue between the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club have brought us to tonight's brutal main event. It is time for blood and guts. Back at ringside, we get a reminder of the rules for the match, which officially begins with everyone is inside the structure and ends when one person submits or surrenders. First out is the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Cascanoni pumping himself up as he heads through the crowd to the ringside area before entering the structure as we go to commercial break. Back at ringside, we get the first entrant of the Golden Elite as Kenny Omega makes his way to the ring to a big pop from the crowd. Kenny Omega enters the structure as we get underway with our main event. Okay, so we get the Blood and Guts Steel Cage match. Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Willa Yuta, and Claudio Cascanoi, Konosuke Takeshita, and Pac versus the Golden Elite. Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Hangman, Adam Page, Nick Jackson, and Mac Jackson. Now this match right here this Blood and Guts Steel Cage match was way better than last year's match. This match was fantastic. The two men go right into each other with hard strikes, with each getting the upper hand for a moment until Kenny Omega sends Claudio down with a shoulder tackle off the ropes. Suplex attempt blocked as Claudio hits the ropes again, this time catching Kenny Omega with a big backbreaker. As the crowd chants, use this ring to watch the Ring of Honor World Champ does not oblige, hitting a knee on Kenny Omega instead. Claudio sends Kenny Omega to the ropes, but Kenny Omega catches him, eventually hitting a crossbody before mounting up with some punches as the crowd starts demanding the other ring to be used. Kenny Omega is much more obliged to do this. bringing Claudio to the other ring uttering to the crowd enjoyment as Kenny Omega hits a couple hard chops before sending Claudio to the corner and hits another chop for a good matchup before stumping away. Excuse me. Kenny Omega continues to go. It says Kenny Omega continues to go to work on Claudio before the champ catches Kenny Omega with a knee, followed by a elbow to a falling basketball machine. Kenny Omega sent to the corner as Claudio hits a hard chop, sending him across the ring before another chop. Some hard strikes to wear Kenny Omega down. Claudio puts in some nasty European uppercuts for good measure, but an Irish whip attempts lead to Kenny Omega dropping Claudio to the canvas instead. The countdown clock appears as both men are struggling to their feet. And is Pac out next, making his way through the crowd with the scariest glare one could ever have as he heads down to ringside, almost certainly making a beeline towards Kenny Omega, who gets caught with some strikes. But Claudio from behind, Kenny and Claudio exchange strikes as Pac enters the structure and catches Kenny Omega with a surprise drop kick before unloading a fury of offense as payment due for Kenny Omega, shattering his nose as we go to picture in picture. Okay, let me take a sip of my water. Okay, back from picture in picture. Sorry about that. I had to take a sip of my water. But anyway, back from picture in picture. Pac and Claudio go to work on Kenny Omega, wearing him down on the ropes in the corner. They eventually send him back to first ring, looking to stay on the attack until Kenny Omega starts firing back. Claudio tries to get a big swing on him. Out get the swing on him, but Kenny Omega fights out only to be taken to the corner as Claudio and Pac inflict more pain. They keep they keep on this with punches, kicks, and everything else. They can do they can to wear Kenny Omega down, leading to a big kick from Pac on Kenny Omega with Claudio sending him to the corner as we come back. And not a moment too soon, because the next Golden Elite entrance is Heyman Adam Page makes his way down to the ring. Quick goes after both Pac and Claudio to even things back up for their squad, dropping Pac with a follow away slam and kicking Claudio down hard. Page keeps on it until climbing up the side of the cage, something that he pays for as Claudio grabs him for Page to hit a moonsault on the champ instead. Kenny Omega is back on his feet now, and the pair are doing some great work together with Kenny Omega shoving Pac back into a German suplex by Page. Kenny Omega goes to the other ring to go after Claudio as Page continues to fight Pac. Claudio turns things around, sending Kenny Omega to the side of the cage as Pac continues to fight off Pac before the countdown ushers in the next Blackpool Combat Club entrance, Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley is hustling on down to the ring through the crowd, paying no mind to them singing along to Wild Things as he rushes towards ringside and upon entering the cage, he rushes Page with a fork. He follows up with an attack on Kenny Omega before turning his attention back to Page and hands a fork to Claudio as well. Things take a very brutal turn here as Jon Moxley rushes over slide to the side of the ring, pulling out a bucket from under the apron before sliding back and where he and Page go at it. While Pac deals with Kenny Omega in the other ring. Claudio enters the first ring now, and we see what's in the bucket. Shards of broken glass dumps out onto the canvas. Jon Moxley and Claudio have bad intentions and deeds as the countdown clock begins in the next entrance for the Golden Elite, Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson rushed to the ring, taking John Moxley down so he lands his arm in the broken glass. Nick Jackson with the fury of offense on the Blackpool Combat Club across both rings now, hitting a facebuster on Claudio and taking Pac down before hitting a Hurricane on Claudio into the broken glass. Um, this is follow up with John Moxley slamming Nick Jackson into the glass as well before throwing some glass on Nick's chest. That was a brutal spot. Driving it in as Kenny Omega tries to intervene, only to only to take a double suplex from John Moxley and Claudio that sends Kenny Omega into the glass as well. We are clearly reaching the blood portion of this blood and guts match now. Blackpool Combat Club continues to dominate before the countdown brings in Wheeler Yuta, chair in hands as he heads to the ring. We go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, Yuta Wheeler Yuta enters the fray, making good use of the steel chair. Going after Page first before going after Kenny Omega. Um, going after Kenny Omega. Where was it? It says going. What is it? Going after Kenny Omega. That was how I was at. And Nick Jackson. Things convene in the second ring now, as Wheeler Yuta shows his aggression further, suplexing Nick Jackson into a unfold chair. Claudio takes on Nick Jackson, now sending him into the corner for more damage as John Moxley goes after Kenny Omega. Pac joins in on the fun as Claudio and Wheeler Yuta are focused on Nick Jackson in the other ring. Blackpool Combat Club continues to stay in control of things as we get the countdown clock to return us from break. With the clock, with the countdown over our fourth entrance for the Golden Elite is Matt Jackson, who makes a beeline for Pac as he sends him into the broken glass. Matt is grabbed by John Moxley and Claudio, but fights them off before focusing on John Moxley. Nick is back up and climbs the turnbuckle for a double team by the Bucks on John Moxley as Wheeler Yuta and Pac go after Kenny Omega until Page comes rushing in for the save. Chaos continues inside the structure with Kenny Omega and Yuta going at it until Yuta first falls face first into the glass. We get the countdown clock once more, signing the arrival of Konosuke Takeshita as the final entrance for the Blackpool Combat Club. He rushes to ringside with a chair in hand, going after Page first before going after Young Bucks, who get taken for a ride with a double German suplex by Takeshita. Konusuke Takeshita goes for a chair shot on Kenny Omega, but it's no good. But what is good is a lariat on the best bout machine. John Moxley leaves the ring, grabbing something from under the ring, grabbing something from under the apron, a bed of nails. Moxley props this up against the turnbuckle before going after Kenny Omega, who is fighting as best he can until John Moxley sends him towards the nails. Kenny Omega tries to stop it with his boot, but John Moxley ends him with sending him into the bed, driving the nails into his back. The bed of nails falls to the canvas, but is set back up before John Moxley scoop slams Kenny Omega on the top of the nails for more damage. We get a final countdown clock stalling signal the arrival of Kota Ibushi, Ibushi, who is soaking the audition, but gets intercepted by Yuta, who instead gets taken down by Ibushi, who on his way to the ring. Kota heads down to the ring entrance with a very nonchalant lock before going after Punk and Claudio. Matt hightails it up the ramp towards Yuta as John Moxley drills Kenny Omega's head into the nails. That was a brutal spot. Only for Ibushi to intervene, which leads to a double team by Claudio and Pac before Ibushi hits a back flipping kick on them. Matt, no, I'm sorry, John Moxley goes after Ibushi, but is kicked right into the bed of nails for his effort before Ibushi hits a moonsault press that sandwiches John Moxley against that very same bed. Kenny Omega is back to his feet, but both men deal with to Kanushka to catch him before Blackpool Combat Clubs comes in to intercept. Claudio sends Nick Johnson into the side of the cage as we go to picture in picture once more. Back from picture in picture, Blackpool Combat Club continues to lay into the Golden Elite, both in and out of the structure. As John Moxley goes out to Kenny Omega and Particle looking for a Boston crowd, we see Yuta thrown against the outside of the cage. Matt continues the attack on the outside as Page has a trash can in hand, going after John Moxley as Matt Jackson and Yuta continues to fight on the ramp. Yuta backs Matt Jackson off before climbing up the support structure, heading to the roof of the cage as he eggs on Matt Jackson to come after him. Matt climbs up to support Beam as well, where where he met with some strikes from Yuta as we come back. Yuta and Matt fight it out on the roof of the structure as chaos ensures on the inside. Matt hits a locomotion suplex combo on the roof, reaching the side of the structure before Yuta stops him hitting a DDT on Matt Johnson on the roof of the structure. Riddler finally has enough and heads down to enter the structure once more, where Kenny Omega sends Claudio into the turnbuckle before Yuta comes after him. Nick Jackson goes after Pac in the corner as John Moxley looks for a power driver connecting it to Kota. Pac and Claudio are looking for a pair of power bombs, but Matt Jackson unveils a bag before dumping thumbtacks through the opening in the roof. And Claudio and Pac get back body drop right on the thumbtacks. Nick Johnson hits a couple drop kicks to fight back as Matt heads down to enter the structure again, helping Nick with Yuta before heading to the other ring. The crowd calls for the table as Kenny Omega punches away at Pac. The brutality continues as Nick heads to the outside of the ring and grabs a table, setting that up in a corner as the crowd chants for fire, which may or may not actually happen. Let let's not kid ourselves. The Golden Elite quadruple team Pac on locking to put him away as we go to picture in picture. Hopefully the final time. Back from picture in picture, Blackpool Combat Club starts to turn things around, but John Moxley gets dropped into the thumbtacks, which does not ball well for the club. The Golden Elite focus on their attention on other right, taking down the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club as Ibushi goes after to Kanusha Takeshita. Nick is on Yuta and so on as we go to a commercial break. Thanks, TBS. Commercial break. Back from the break, the chaos continues with John Moxley setting Page up in the turnbuckle. We see the domino effect of superplexes from Blackpool Combat Club, and it all culminates in the table that was set up during the break being a well broken as Pac drops down with a double foot stomp on Nick. Every man is laid out on a canvas, making it for a masterpiece of Malik's as we see some of them starting to finally get to their feet. We see Blackpool Combat Club and the Golden Elite regrouping and separation rings before before they all collide in one ring. The Elite get some balance up in advantage until John Moxley hits a cutter on Page only to get dropped by Ibushi, who gets taken down by Pac, who then gets taken down by Kenny Omega on the glass. Pac counters out of one winged angel to lock in the brutalizer on Kenny Omega, on Kenny Omega as the Blackpool Combat Club have the Elite lock up on Claudio takes Matt Jackson for a ride on the giant swing followed by a sharpshooter. Ibushi Ibushi is finally out and breaks up the submission hold the hard way with kicks before going after Claudio with a kick, but it takes three of them to finally break up the hold. Pac neutralizes things as the Blackpool Combat Club takes control once more with John Moxley kissing the camera for good luck until Kenny Omega starts to fight back, but it's not quite enough as Claudio takes Kenny Omega down before he gets in the argument with Pac at the extra strike moments earlier. This leads to a bit of a breakdown and the Blackpool Combat Club and Pac flipping them off before heading out of the ring, grabbing a pair of bolt cutters to break the chain, keeping the door locked. Claudio tries to keep Pac in the match, but is taken out by Kenny Omega, who is catching the second win as Pac heads up the ramp. Page heads to the ropes, but a buckshot Larry and connects, laying out Claudio. The Golden Elite are turning things around as they handcuff Mox to the ropes, and Don calls for Konosuke Takeshita to get the heck out of Dodge with Konosuke Takeshita exiting the structure. This leaves us with the three remaining Blackpool Combat Club dealing with the Elite, who starts choking Yuta out with the chain, forcing John Moxley to surrender, ending the match. The winner of the winners surrender the gold. The winner of the match. The winner of the match, the Golden Elite. This match right here was way. This main event match was fantastic, and this match right here was way better than last year's Blood and Guts. The officials worked on helping out Yuta as one ref raised the arm of the Golden Elite in the victory, and given that we were already on over one, that brings this show to an imitate close. And AEW Dynamite goes off the air. And like I said earlier, now AEW Dynamite was a good show. And that's all I got to say from here. But this Blood and Guts match was way better than last year's Blood and Guts match. This match right here, this main event match was way better than last year's Blood and Guts match. But anyway, AEW Dynamite was a good show. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below what are your thoughts on AEW Dynamite. Make sure, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys please full watch this video before you connect to me the right way. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere brand new video or go live through every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 3 days a week on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord, and threads down below in the description. And this your boy B-Boy Fashion TV. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Capture Crew, Capture Kings, Capture Club, Too Sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.